Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be having a look at an excellent six-race card at Fanny Bay this coming Saturday, the 26th of May. Prior to that, however, we'll be having a chat with jockey Jared Todd, who has been a regular at carnival time in both the Red Centre and here in Darwin, including last year when he was the leading rider at the Darwin Cup Carnival and of course took out the big one, the Darwin Cup on royal request. Jared, wife Andrea and children Jacob and Madeline are back in Darwin again this year, but the only difference this time is following the carnival, Jared and the family will be remaining in the top end where they hope to settle full time. Jared will certainly be an asset to the top end riding ranks, and we'll now speak to him about his rides this coming Saturday. Jared, a full book of 6 rides this Saturday, starting with Golden Buckleboo in the day's opener, the 0 to 64 1300 metres for visiting Murray Bridge trainer Heather Lehman.
Yeah, look, on paper he comes into the race with good form and looks to be very competitive. I've been fortunate enough, I've been riding him this week and had a feel of him, and Heather and Graham, they're great people. I've done a little bit of riding throughout the time when they have been coming up for carnival time, and they definitely know how to get a horse ready. But by the sounds of it, he's a horse that's got a few quirks. He probably should have won another couple of races by now, but like with riding him through the week, I've got to know him and putting his best foot forward. I think he's probably looking for a little bit further, but he should be riding it.
In the second, the Open 1300, you ride Canon Diablo for one of your biggest supporters, Phil Cole.
Yeah, Phil, he's been great to me throughout the years. I actually started coming up for him before I first ever come up for the carnival, and he's been a big supporter of mine. I can't thank him enough. And no, he very rarely goes through a carnival or a meeting, let alone without having a winner. So no, look, this horse is probably one of the better horses up here in this grade. He's an out-and-out dirt horse. He's proven that even in off-season he was winning races. Probably of less calibre, but he was doing it the hard way with 62, 63 and still running time. So, but look, he proved last start back in the Pioneer back in Alice that he's very competitive. He got back to last, and another, if it was 1230, he'd probably win. So look, he's an out-and-out dirt horse. With that run under his belt, I reckon he'd be very hard to beat.
Alpha Mate is your mount in the third, the 0 to 58 1300 for trainer Shane Clark.
Yeah, he's going to have a little bit of luck go his way. He's it's been a few times between. I don't think he's had a winner of yet. But look, like you said, 2 or 3 runs back, he went a couple good sort of third and fourth, not beaten far. But he'd need everything to go his way. He's drawn one, which could be a positive. But look, if he can jump, hold a spot, and save all the ground, spend no pennies, he might be a rough each way chance.
In the fourth, the Class 2 1200 metres, you take the mount on another Phil Cole train runner, Cresta Chrome.
Yeah, ultra consistent. Went actually really good the LA on paper. It looks like it, run 4th or 5, but probably a little bit too fresh. Half botched the start, got back. It's normally an on pacer. So look, jumps clean from a good gate. He's going to be obviously in the first 3 for sure. In the fifth, it's the 3-year-old 1100 metres, and you're on one of the leading chances, Angela Forster's Smart Maiden Allen Tours. Yeah, really nice. I was fortunate enough to ride it in Alice and, on the last day, and a good 3-year-old race where some good form horses that have won a lot of races and gone up in grade and that were in. It was its first start ever on the dirt, being an ex-Darley horse. But look, Angela definitely knows how to get a horse ready, and he'll take ultra improvement out of that run, and like I said, a stride earlier he wins, but he just lost the bob. But look, with that run under his belt, he's come up here. I've ridden him a couple of times this week, and he's really well. But going forward, he's going to be a nice 13 to miler, but in this race still, I give him a great chance. And completing a busy day for you, mate, you're right in the last. The benchmark 54.11 is the Lehman trained Moody Miss. Yeah, look, she's another one. I've obviously been fortunate enough, been riding through the week, got the feel of her, and done a little bit of work the other day and sort of made my ears prick up. She worked really nicely actually, and you look at the wide draw, I'm quite positive for that, because first start on the track, a lot of horses they either don't handle the kickback or not, but she shouldn't get a lot of kickback from out there. She is normally a speedy wee horse, so she'll give her time to balance up, and if she can't get where she wants, she's going to be on the outside of them with no kickback. But on her gallop, with provement under her belt, she should be right in it. After a fortnight without racing in the top end, the visitors have started to arrive for carnival, and the meeting this weekend should be watched closely with a view to the upcoming major races in the next couple of months. In the first race on Saturday, my numbers are 5, 3, 1 and 6. I've got number 5 on top here, Desiree from the Gary Clark stable. Kim Gladwin takes the mount. This horse has done nothing wrong in his last 3 starts here in Darwin, with a win and, or rather 2 wins and a second placing. That last win on the 12th of May beating Planet America. No reason why he can't race very well again. In fact, it's a she. She's a 4-year-old brown mare, Desiree. I've got her on top. Number 5, ahead of number 3, Lindwall from the Carl Spry stable. Carl
also takes the mount. Good run last time out for second behind Nicarossa. That was on Anzac Day, and with natural improvement, I think Lindwall will be very hard to beat. In for third, number 1, Captain Apollo, the stablemate of Desiree in the Gary Clark stable. Brendan Davis aboard. Hasn't done much wrong. This horse has won 3 of his last 5 starts. A last start 4th on Anzac Day behind Nicarossa. Wasn't a bad effort when dropping back in trip. And in for 4th, number 6, Tipsy on Red. Those numbers 5, 3, 1 and 6. In the second, it's the Mantra handicap. It's for the open class gallopers and it's over the 1300 metres. My numbers here 3, 1, 2 and 4. I'm going with number 3 here, He's Our Woody, trained by David Bates and to be ridden by Kayla Cross. Great run last time out in Alice Springs for second behind the very, very quick Lock the Doors. That was in the Soldier Lightning on Cup Day. He's back here on his favoured track in Darwin. The 1300 metres should suit, and I've got him clearly on top. Number 3, He's Our Woody for me. Ahead of number 1, Cannon Diablo, one of Jared Todd's mounts, and this one trained by Phil Cole. As Jared mentioned earlier, great run last time out behind Pixis in the Pioneer Sprint in Alice Springs, finishing a great third. And he's a super horse up here in Darwin. He'll be very hard to beat. In for third, number 2, Hareb's Time, getting prepared for the bigger races coming up during the carnival. The 1300 he's got a very good record at, and with Ray Viger in the saddle for Tayan Holter, he'll be thereabouts. And my 4th selection, the visitor from the Arnold stable in number 4, Quantum Dot. 3, 1, 2 and 4 in the second. The third is the 0 to 58. It's over the 1300 metres. My numbers 1, 3, 8 and 9. Going for the top weight here, number 1, Planet America. He's had the 2 starts on the track for trainer Sean Rains. Wayne Davis has the mount this week. He missed the ride last time when he was away, but he's back this week, takes the mount on Planet America and should break through for a well-deserved win. Number 1 on top for me. Ahead of number 3, Dale Hill, the interesting runner, the 7-year-old mare from the Clark stable. She was very good winning in Alice Springs on Cup Day. Having her first start here in Darwin this coming Saturday is probably the only question mark, but I'm sure she'll race well in the hands of Stephen Riddler. In for third, number 8, Cedar Falls, the 3-year-old trained by Jason Manning, Vanessa Arnott aboard. And this horse finished a very good third last time out behind the Smart Cunning Moves, which we'll see a little later in the day, and only has to recreate that form to be hard to beat. And in for 4th, number 9, Merveille. 1, 3, 8 and 9 in the third. In the 4th, it's the 1200 metre event for the Class 2 gallopers, and my numbers here are 3, 7, 10 and 2. Number 3 on top, and that is Windsor Cup, one of the 3-strong team trained by Sheila and Keith Arnold. He's a lovely type of horse. I saw him in Alice Springs, Windsor Cup. He's a nice grey horse. His run there on the 28th of April was pretty good. He finished 6th on that occasion. His earlier form in South Australia was strong. First run on the track, you've always got to take them a little bit on trust, but with Ray Viger in the saddle, I've got him on top. Number 3, Windsor Cup. Ahead of number 7, Annabella, getting close to a win for trainer Bob Richard. Felicia Bergstrom takes the mount. Good run last time for third behind Desiree, and that form I think will stack up on the day, so I've got it in to run second. My 3rd selection, number 10, Mary's Red Rose from the stable of Shane Clark. Jason Lyon aboard. Good third last time out here on Anzac Day behind Bo Zephyr. And my 4th selection, number 2, Cresta Chrome. 3, 7, 10 and 2 in the 4th. The 5th on the day is the Bet365. It's for the 3-year-olds over 1100 metres. Really, really good field here, headed by the impressive winner last time, Cunning Moves. My numbers 3, 4, 5 and 2. Cunning Moves for me. He bolted in here last time out. Carl Spry trains and rides. He only had to shake the horse a little bit the other day. He sat up at the 100 metres and the horse won by over 6 lengths. Nothing to suggest that he'll be anything other than winning again. Number 3 on top for me. Ahead of number 2, Toorak Road from the Johnny Peacock stable. Great to see John here in the top end for Carnival. Jason Lyon takes the mount. This horse raced very well in Alice Springs. Had 2/3 and a win down there, and the last start third behind Wazagona was a very good effort. In for third, number 5, Heart of Eden, resuming from the Halter stable. Paul Shires aboard. Raced really well last campaign to this 3-year-old filly. I think she'll race well fresh. And in for 4th, the maiden, but pretty handy maiden, number 2, Alan Tours from the Angela Forster stable. Good run last time out in Alice Springs, just beaten by Wazagona. The numbers in the 3-year-old, 3, 4, 5 and 2. And in the last on a really good 6-race card, it's the Benchmark 54. It's over the 1100 metres. The numbers 3, 1, 2 and 7. Number 3 on top for me, Tregoric. Bob Richard could be in for a pretty handy day. This one with Felicia Bergström on board was a good winner last time out, and I see no reason why it can't do the job again. That was on the 12th of May, so a fortnight between runs should be perfect for number 3 Tregoric. Ahead of number 1 Ulara Drive from the Arnold stable. Good run last time out in Alice Springs behind the smart Jailhouse Rock. It'll be there or thereabouts for sure. In for third, number 2 God Forbid from the Kerry Petrick barn. Paul Denton on top. And in for fourth, number 7 Sandhill Express. 3, 1, 2 and 7 in the last. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk. But before we go, we'll leave you with the best bet of the day. Comes up in race 5, number 3, Cunning Moves. Race 5, number 3, the smart 3-year-old Cunning Moves. And our best roughie on the day is in the last, race 6, number 7, Sandhill Express. Race 6, number 7, Sandhill Express. We'll be back again prior to our next meeting. That's set down for Queen's Birthday Saturday, the 9th of June. And in the meantime, good luck and good punting.